We've all been sold a story about what it means to be an empowered woman. Be strong, be independent, be unstoppable. But what if that story is a trap? We're told to lean in, break ceilings, and build our own empires. But what if the very ideal that is supposed to liberate us is actually what is burning us out? For so many women, the drive for empowerment has become a quiet, crushing pressure for perfection, leading to burnout, anxiety, and a deep, profound sense of being alone. This is the empowerment trap. It's a cultural paradox where the celebrated ideal of the strong, independent woman creates a standard so high that it becomes impossible to meet. It's that voice in your head that says you have to kill it in your career, keep a perfect home, be a bottomless well of emotional support for others, and do it all without ever showing a single crack. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's a state of chronic stress defined by overwhelming exhaustion and feeling like you're just not effective enough. In fact, studies consistently show that women report higher rates of burnout than men, a gap that has more than doubled since 2019. Today, we're going to break down this trap, see how it works, and figure out how to reclaim an empowerment that doesn't demand the impossible. So, how does a positive message like strength turn toxic? It happens through 3 quiet pressures. First, there's the glorification of hustle. The girl boss narrative didn't just encourage ambition, it made relentless work a status symbol. It sold us the idea that to be valuable, a woman must always be striving, achieving, and climbing. This creates a culture where rest feels like a guilty luxury, not a biological necessity. This pressure is especially intense for high-achieving women, who often feel they have to take on impossible workloads just to prove their worth. Second is the fear of appearing weak. The modern picture of a strong woman doesn't leave much room for vulnerability. We're taught that strength means being unbreakable and handling everything ourselves. This creates a deep-seated fear of asking for help, because asking for help can feel like admitting you failed. As a result, many women suffer in silence, believing that if they were truly strong, they wouldn't be struggling. This leads to what is called emotional fatigue, the exhaustion that comes from feeling unseen and unheard, even when you're surrounded by people. And third, this all leads to the isolation of hyper-independence. The message to be fiercely independent, while born from a good place, has a dark side. It can twist into a belief that needing anyone is a sign of weakness, which stops us from building the deep, authentic connections we all crave. Society celebrates this kind of independence as freedom, but often, it's a one-way ticket to emotional exile. Here's the paradox. In our quest to be strong enough to stand on our own, we can end up feeling profoundly alone. But here's the turning point. The problem isn't empowerment itself. It's our narrow, punishing definition of it. True empowerment was never about becoming a flawless, emotionless machine who never needs anyone. That isn't strength, that's armor. And armor is heavy. It's time for a reframe. Real strength isn't about being unbreakable, it's having the courage to be vulnerable. It's about having the flexibility to bend without breaking. It's about embracing resilience not as endless, grit-your-teeth endurance, but as the ability to adapt, to grow, and most importantly, to rest. We've been taught that softness is weakness, but what if it's the source of our greatest power? Empathy, intuition, and compassion aren't liabilities. They are superpowers that build connection and true, lasting resilience. The aha moment is realizing you do not have to choose between being strong and being human. True power lies in honoring both. So, how do we escape the trap? It starts with small, intentional shifts in how we see things. First, let's embrace good enough. Perfectionism is the engine of burnout. To fight it, we have to intentionally practice self-compassion. This means celebrating your progress instead of just the flawless victories and accepting that your worth isn't measured by your to-do list. It's about trading that all-or-nothing mindset for the same grace you'd give a good friend. Second, let's cultivate interdependence. It's time to replace hyper-independence with interdependence. This is the simple, radical understanding that needing others isn't a weakness. It's a fundamental human truth. True independence isn't needing no one, but knowing you can connect with others without losing yourself. Start small. Ask for help with a tiny task you've been hoarding. Share a struggle with a friend you trust. This isn't a sign of failure. It's how you build a real support system. And third, schedule doing nothing. In a world that worships the hustle, choosing to rest is a radical act of self-preservation. Real resilience requires rest, and you have to treat it as a non-negotiable part of your schedule. This isn't just about sleep. It's about making time for things that fill your cup, even if they feel unproductive. Protect your boundaries fiercely, and remember that saying no is one of the highest forms of self-respect. We've been sold a version of empowerment that is quietly burning women out. It demands that we be everything to everyone, all the time, and do it all perfectly. But true empowerment isn't about being flawless. It's about being whole. It's about having the strength to be soft, the courage to be imperfect, and the wisdom to rest. So I want to leave you with this question. In what ways have you felt the pressure of the empowerment trap? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience matters, and your voice might be the one that helps someone else feel a little less alone. And if this message resonated with you, please subscribe for more conversations on redefining what it means to be truly successful and well.